So basically, the good old Tang the Perfect has died, and so we want to build him an appropriately sized temple. A very grand one. Because yes, it's not an Impressions game city builder without a monument mission. Also, we can now grow cabbage. So we're back at Bow, and because this is now unlocked, it is now time to adjust the road. That way, I can tax people. And then add in more housing to afford the manpower for that. And then get in some cabbage. I'm not sure if I want to go too crazy with replacing with cabbage, but it's August. These start July. These should finish, and then these, or at the very least, get maybe like halfway. So I think this is a decent distribution. I don't know. Next up, the monument. Quick, get rid of the bird so I can place down my stuff. This is the best place I can think of to put it. Like, where else am I going to do it? Down here? No, there's pheasants anyways. Besides, I think it makes sense to put it by the exit. Okay, there we go. Carpenter, ceramics. And carpenter is not nearly as picky, and then road like that. Road like that. There we go. I think that looks good. Now I absolutely need more workers, but if I'm taxing, I can afford to very high, very high. And I should also get in some wood. Just squeeze that in. I shouldn't need too much. Am I even able to sell any? Yes. Then I will. And then I can't forget to set cabbage over there. They need wood from the carpenter. So I will just have to place down more logging. This needs 14, I have 18. And that amount is growing as these level up. And then do I have any other trade rights? Maybe Baoji? Yes, I do. Let's see. have money, I'll buy some food. Because compared with industry, which works all year, I would prefer that to seasonal farming with its unpredictable. Well, not unpredictable. It's predictable. It's just sort of all at once harvest. Instead of dig up a bit of clay, smelt it, you've got a pot. That can be done through the rest of the year, you know? Besides, I think the very high taxes should mean I actually have, well, it'll cancel out the wages, which means I will on net have more money than when I was previously here, even if I am importing food. Which is what a city actually would do. At least once it reaches a certain size and is able to start building industry out. Now I'm going to check up on this just to make sure they're not unhappy. They are. Send a gift. No hemp. Does anyone have hemp? Probably one of these. But I really don't feel like... I really don't feel like the whole trouble of setting up a whole trade route just for hemp is worth doing, so... Don't store so much that ceramics there. Save some for the rest of the year. And for selling over here. Balance of payments and all that. Even if I do have the money, it's still good to save some of that money for the future. Okay. We got in a hemp harvest. Well, transport, really. Okay. Since it's on get, the mills are going out to get the food, so if there's double the transporters, that should help with the situation of getting the food from the other side of the city. It's probably not the best of ideas to put it over there, but it was a good spot. It made sense at the time. Okay, still needs wood. I am actively selling wood even as I don't have enough for the monument, but that's fine. The cabbage is coming in. That does not look like cabbage. But I don't know, maybe cabbage was just different. Yay, New Year. Yay. Okay, why is... Get appetizing. There's 3 types of food right there. What do you mean, no goods? Hurry up with the appetizing food already. Okay, why is there still no... There's 3 right there. What do you mean? Are you bugged?
Our city's glory burns brighter than the New Year's fireworks.
I'm seeing food that is not being picked up. Where is the vendor? You're supposed to go straight to where the food is. Why aren't you doing that?
Many people are depending on me for high quality meals. I sure hope the mill has enough supplies to fill my order.
Okay, just distribute some food out. And start selling some ceramics to my people. Well, distributing. I'm not making money off of it. This city will be a ceramics production city. I'll just set these to get to not confuse anybody, I suppose. Okay, stop selling that temporarily. Okay, so we are at appetizing food. Let's check over here. I do not want them throwing tantrums. Stop selling ceramics. I really cannot afford to keep tossing them. let's see. Okay, there's a requirement. There we go. Okay. Now, deliver the wood. Or do they have to wait for it to be exactly a stack of 5 to be delivered? Is that why none was being delivered? Okay, yes, it does have to actually be a stack of exactly 5. Turns out, they are so bureaucratic at this guild that they actually wait for you to have the exact amount of goods that they requested. It certainly is a construction carpenter guild. And no, wait. They transported it in a 4-stack instead of... Thud, thud, thud. Okay, now resume selling over here. Can they not evolve because the tax collector is right there instead of banished to the corner? Is that why? And as for the food buying problem, that's what the import's for. Get to it. Okay, and then yes, there is some overlap, but 71% complete, 40% complete. Okay. Throw down another pair of loggers. Expand that. Because there's never enough. And then bronzeware maker. I can import bronze, I suppose, but I'm not importing bronze to sell bronzeware to a route I have not opened. I'm not doing that. More hemp, because even if I'm not exporting it, I still don't want to run low. And then another farm, because you can really just put them anywhere. It doesn't matter. You know, aside from like the fertility, like obviously put them in fertile soil, but as for the like having to worry about inspector towers, you really do not have to worry. Okay. These laboring peasants are filling in the current base that we have erected out of wood. That's good. That's good. resume selling, but do it in lower quantities. Same with the ceramics. Yeah, they're not even buying in multiples of 6. They're buying in multiples of 3 over here. Reduce. They bought in multiples of 4, I'm pretty sure. Reduce to 4. Happy New Year. I will celebrate, even if that does drain all of my meat. I'm not selling hemp, and I am making plenty. I could sell hemp. I could. But I know if I sell, it's all going. I don't think I make enough of a surplus for that. Okay, there's a way to see supply of food. Oh, we even have tasty food. Let's go. Yeah, these cabbage and millet fields. I like putting in the work. Is there any way to see government? No, it's expenses. Entertainment. That's about what I figured. Now is there... There's no way to tell if we've got a certain amount of surplus materials for something? Okay. Permit. Sure. I'll take your wood. You don't export wood, so I'm very curious, but... But sure. We're not that good friends, though. Why did you... Is it because they know I'm making good progress on the monument and don't need the wood, so they just want to... make some sort of a joke or something? Like... I don't know why. And I kind of don't really need to know why, if that makes any sense. But I can't get more people unless I've got acrobats, or I'm willing to take a risk by chopping that, but I don't need to do that. So I'm good. Hey, Shen Nong. Want Baoji's wood? Oh, you love their wood. Okay, well, we've carted in the dirt and then we packed down. Time for another wood shipment. Man, these streets are really congested. There we go. Take another wood, another road. That should help. It's not quite City Skylines level of traffic management. And I don't think it has any impact on gameplay because they can clip through each other. But, I should still do it. I like watching them go with the monument. Let's check up on here, just make sure I don't get smited. No other problems, yep.
You all know it's better to give than to receive, especially to me. I mean, to your government.
Yep. Certified tax man. Hemp harvest coming in. The storage is filled with lots of wood, and I probably went a little overboard, but you know what? I mean, copying Baoji never hurt anyone. You know, like, I'm sure they knew what they were doing when they sent that gift of wood to me. I'm just gonna send some other people some gifts of wood. I just watched a lot of hemp vanish into thin air because we couldn't harvest in time. I will sell a tiny amount. A very tiny amount of that hemp. And I could maybe get away with selling some cabbage, but the thing is, it's more economical to just not buy fish. I don't know why fish is so expensive. Actually, no, I know why. It's because it's really annoying to place down. There's just limit spots, like maybe I could get one here, maybe one or two, maybe one or two, maybe one, and then some more here, and then that's about it. Well, that and the fact we just don't have fish here. Okay, if the storage is full, I will allow sales. I sell a little bit of everything, except carved jade and food. I don't sell those at the moment. Well, and bronzeware. I don't. Khufu needs it. Banpo doesn't care. Nomad camps don't care. Okay. Source of Jade. Okay. I don't make either of those, so I'm not. I have no need to trade with them because there's jade over here. And then Banpo is very consistent. I will give them that. It feels like half of these trading partners are just here for aesthetic reasons, honestly. Like, Banpo and the Nomad Cities are doing business. They're in the jade business together. That has nothing to do with me. They're just here for continuity and world building, I guess. Check back in on this. Yeah, could give a little more wood. Hey, Khufu! Khufu, my good buddy. My really good buddy. Your city is close to mine, and you would allow me to send carved jade to Hysiang. Because once this monument is finished, the game will end. basically, once I've gotten the monument finished. And then... Actually, no, I need 9 months of heroes, so it won't end then. But... I'll need something to spend these workers on. So I'm thinking Carve Jade Xiang from Khufu. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. They love me. Now, accept my more regular shipments of wood. And oh boy, that is a lot of ceramics. Okay. I did not look at how the ceramics were piling up because I was giving wood to these guys, but yeah, because I have to scroll down to see it, so I wasn't seeing it. Let's see. You know what? You are merely contented. I will smash a dozen crates of ceramics. And then if you look at... let's see... I'm pretty sure the effect of the Great Temple is to mega boost her to spawn the Ancestral Hero, and then that's what this is supposed to be a hint for, but I'll summon her early. Okay, now we're stripping away some of the wood to create stairs out of the wood instead of railings, and then it's just packed dirt. Okay, well, they're cooking up something here. Alright. Let's see, what does she do? Bumps. Hunters, yes. Hunters. More importantly, Khufu needs wood urgently. Start shipping some of that. Okay, I think this looks nice, but it's not nearly finished yet. Checking on the granaries. Yes, they are doing nice. Trade offer. Millet and wheat are both ridiculously cheap. If it wasn't for how the farming mechanic worked, I would just farm cabbage and sell for wheat. Actually, no, for millet, because millet's slightly cheaper. But I would also have to do wheat, just because of the food mechanics as well. And I don't need tasty food. Actually, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's just yeah. Yeah, it's tasty. I don't need tasty. I need appetizing. And I have so much money I don't need to sell the cabbage, but it's the same price as hemp, basically. And I'm selling hemp. Contented, not on my watch. Fish, wheat. Okay. Once I am able to grow wheat, I will. Actually, no. I think everyone just imports it because it's cheap. Is the reason. Nomad camps wants it because it's cheap, and they sell meat because they have plenty of hunting spots but no fertile ground. Which makes sense. It's actually a really easy food source in this game. So, it is understandable that it is their main export alongside jade, which, fun fact, you can't actually gather in this game. There's no way to gather it. You have to import it. It is a designated import, process, export. Okay, this is coming along nicely. And I think the reason you can't gather jade is that, like, people would find it floating down rivers or something, which you can't exactly model. See, it just needs a little bit more wood, but you can already see the statue and then some decoration on the outside. The shape is really coming together. It's not a particularly hard monument because this is early Shang. Like, the founding emperor just died. And we only just got a state. Like, Xia wasn't really a dynasty. We just kind of call it that. I mean the Shang. Just kind of call it that because they wanted to make a dynasty. More convenient that way. Checking back in on the food. Yes, it is full. Even the New Year did not consume a lot of food. Yeah, New Year, you deny New Year's if you are broke. Absolutely broke, and then you have bigger problems. But I like giving out New Year's stuff. Okay, yeah, keep her joyful because this isn't done building yet. We've still got to finish the body and the roof of the temple. And then I can ignore her. So I'll have to remember to do the other ones. But let's see. I'll just quickly throw some pottery at this guy as well. While that happens, let's go on a little tour. So you come into town and you see the hunters and some granaries, and then you see the market stall and the government administration. You see the city, which is mostly walled, but it's walls that really would not stand up to a siege. They're just there for peace of mind to the people in them, but they're not even complete. There's trees in the way of part of it. Then further past is some fairly large storage yards and farms, and then you've got a giant pottery industry, some more farms, some wood cutting, even more farms, the trees. You go up past these farms, and then you've got the worksite, which is really coming together. It needs the Ceramus to finally do his job. The 20 Ceramus that I've been paying this whole time to get their one piece of clay. Bauji, you gave me wood, I will give you millet. Hisyan is falling on hard times? You mean after the Emperor died, there was some economic problems? Say it isn't so. Okay, but you're still going to keep up the imports, right? Right, you're broke, but you're still going to buy my stuff, right? I thought you didn't need the clay anymore. Baoji, even though Hisyan is really falling off, I think we can stick together. The nomad camps terrify me, though. I'm telling you, one of these days, they're gonna get fed up and just decide they're not content with buying wheat anymore. They're just gonna take. What? The storage got filled with wood. And we forgot to give people hemp because of that? These people. Wait, just wait. Oh, you're ready. We do have hemp, right? No? Oh. Oh. despawned.
I have better things to do than stand here idle with these goods. The city needs more warehouse room to take my heavy load.
Okay, true. But I'm still not going to free up that room. Oh. I guess you love the pottery. I'm pretty sure you can only have one at a time. Yes, okay, this is dedicated to this woman and permanently maxes out her happiness. Okay. Demolish all of that. Oops, did not mean to... Let's turn the games back down before I forget. There we go. Okay, well, whew. I may have accidentally screwed myself a little bit. I'll downsize my industry a little bit because there's just no need for that much. Nobody buys it. Okay, hopefully these all level up quickly enough, but then the month ticks over. Well, actually, probably the year. No, it's not enough because they're largely empty. Well, once they all trickle in, my entire population is even 1,000. Once they all start trickling back in, because I'm right next to the entrance, that should be mission complete. Come on, come in faster. Walk faster. Come on. Come on, jump, jump. They are mocking me. They call me the Go, and then they mock me. They know what they're doing. How do I unbreak pottery in your name for what you just did to mock me? I get the hemp situation sorted out on my own, and then you ship over like 500 bundles of hemp. That's just cruel. That's just mean. You did not have to do that. Come on. I mean, it is funny, and I am retiring on a gigantic stack of cash. But come on, that's just mean. Could I have used additional storage buildings? Yes. Did I have the workers for it? At the time? No. I was 7 under. Now do I? Yes. Am I going to place them down? No, because the mission will end by the time I actually get those workers. Should be then month tech.
You have done well. A beautiful grand temple now dominates the town of Bo, honoring the memory of our late king. People travel many li to visit the temple and offer homage to his spirit, but the new king is ready to move on. And one of the things he wants to move is the capital.
Yes, well, it turns out Hyseong is not having a good time. So it makes sense. I think it was founded to extract bronze and then it ran out of bronze, something like that.